Hey, Fo, I can see you. You're kneeling in the snow. Can I help you?
I cannot keep her warm. Please, just her. Take her. Keep her warm.
Both of you, right now. Come inside you, both of you.
Both?
The motion sensor light didn't trip. That was the first thing Owen noticed. The light he'd rigged to the front porch, the one that was supposed to catch deer and the occasional lost hiker, had stayed dark. Whatever had come to his door had either been too small to trigger it or had moved too slowly. He heard it anyway. A sound beneath the wind. Barely there. Like something being set down carefully on the wooden boards outside. He was out of the chair before he'd fully decided to move. The cold hit him when he opened the door. The specific cold of a winter night that's been building all day and has finally committed to being serious about it. The porch light above the door made a small warm circle in all that blue-white darkness. And in the edge of that circle, kneeling in the snow just off the boards, was something he had no framework for. Blue. She was blue. Not cold blue, not trick of the light blue, but a genuine deep vivid blue that his brain kept trying to reclassify as something explicable and kept failing. Her hair was dark and long and had snow in it. She was wearing something that might have been armor once, brown leather straps over a fitted suit, and she was kneeling with both hands on a wicker basket and her head bowed down over it like she was saying goodbye to something. She didn't look up when he opened the door. He stood there for 3 full seconds before he spoke. "Hey," he said. Quietly, the way you speak to something you don't want to startle. She went completely still. "I can see you," he said. "And you're kneeling in the snow. Do you want to? Can I help you with something?" Long pause. The wind moved between them. Then she looked up. Her eyes were the color of deep water. Dark blue-gray, enormous, framed by a face that was beautiful in the particular way of things that are also clearly in pain. There were rust-brown marks on her skin, patches of discoloration that spread from her forearms up toward her shoulders, and he didn't know enough about her kind to know if that was normal, but something in his gut said it wasn't. She looked at him. She looked back down at the basket. She looked at him again. "I cannot keep her warm," she said. Her voice was barely above a whisper. "I have tried everything I know. I cannot keep her warm and I am." She stopped. Something crossed her face that he recognized across every species barrier without needing translation. "I am not well enough to try much longer. Please." Owen looked at the basket. Inside, wrapped in layers of white cloth, was an infant, blue-skinned, teeny, breathing in the fast, shallow way of something very small doing its best against very large odds. He looked back at the woman kneeling in his snow. "Both of you," he said. "Come inside. Both of you right now." She blinked. "I only need," she started. "Both," he said. "I'm not taking the baby and leaving you in the snow. That's not something I'm going to do. Can you stand?" She tried. Her arms shook with the effort and she didn't make it all the way up. He stepped off the porch into the snow and put his arm under hers and helped her the rest of the way. Her name was Ziva. She told him this 20 minutes later, sitting on his couch wrapped in 2 blankets with the infant. A girl, she said, 6 days old, asleep against her chest in the warmth that had finally, gradually, reached them both. The rust-brown patches on her skin had faded slightly since she'd come inside, which he noted and filed away as significant. "Ziva," he said, from the kitchen where he was heating something she might be able to eat. "And the baby?" "I have not named her," Ziva said. The same answer he'd heard before, from different people in different hard situations. The answer that meant, "I didn't let myself in case I had to let her go." "She made it 6 days," Owen said through the kitchen doorway. "She's tough." Ziva looked down at the small face against her chest. "She is," she said softly. "She did not get that from me. You carried her 6 days in a winter you clearly shouldn't be traveling in, on a body that's telling me it's not doing great, to knock on a stranger's door because you ran out of other options." He leaned around the doorframe. I think she might have gotten it exactly from you. Ziva didn't answer, but her arms tightened slightly around the infant. He made up the back room that night. It wasn't much. A single bed, a space heater he pulled from the storage closet, 2 more blankets from the chest. He rigged a secondary heat source close to where the baby would sleep and tested it 3 times before he was satisfied. Ziva watched him do all of this from the doorway, still wrapped in his blankets, the infant asleep against her shoulder. "Why are you doing this?" she asked. Owen straightened and looked at her. It was a genuine question, not hostile, not suspicious, just genuinely trying to understand the mechanism. "Because you needed somewhere to be," he said. "And I have somewhere. Most humans when they see what I am." "I'm not most humans," he said. Not defensively, just accurately. She was quiet. "The marks on your skin," he said carefully. "The brown patches. Are they?" "Cold exposure sickness," she said. "My people are not built for sustained temperatures this low. I knew this when I came north. I came anyway." She looked at the baby. She needed somewhere warm to be born. The southern territories were not safe. Owen looked at the patches on her arms, faded now but still visible, still spreading faintly toward her shoulders. "How long have you been traveling?" 11 weeks, she said. He absorbed that. 11 weeks in a northern winter, sick and pregnant and alone, looking for somewhere safe enough to have a child. "You need a doctor," he said. "I need warmth," she corrected. "And food. And," she paused, and the precision in her voice slipped slightly. "And somewhere to stop. Just for a while. Somewhere to stop moving." "Then stop," he said simply. "You're stopped. Stay as long as you need." She looked at him for a long moment with those deep water eyes. "You don't know me," she said. "I know you walked 11 weeks sick and alone to give your daughter somewhere safe to be born," he said. "That tells me what I need to know." He turned off the main light, leaving the warm amber glow of the space heater, and moved toward the door. "Sleep," he said. "Both of you. I'll be right down the hall." He pulled the door almost shut behind him,